Hey guys, Owen here with Seek Outside, and today I want to show you how to install the Silex Nest into the Silex Trekking pole shelter. The first thing you're going to need is obviously the Silex Nest, so let's get that pulled out of here. What you're going to see on the nest when you first open it up is there is two line locks that mimic quite the shape of your Silex itself that have some yellow cordage on it, and that's going to be our first attachment point. On the Silex itself, it is also going to have two stake points that have yellow cordage. So we're going to go yellow to yellow here and find our yellow stake point on the nest. I'm going to shove the rest of the nest into the shelter. Now there's two ways you can tie this in. You can tie it in somewhat more permanently, which you can do above the line lock here, or you can tie it directly to the stake, and I'll show you how to do both ways. To tie the nest in for maybe one trip or just a quick overnight, go ahead and create a stakeout loop on the nest itself, and just go ahead and wrap that around the stake that it's already in place on the actual shelter. For the second stake point, go ahead and open your door, grab the nest, and bring this stake point over to the other yellow point here on the Silex. Now that you've brought your nest over to the other side, I'm going to show you how to tie it in more permanently. For me, that's kind of the way I like to use it, especially now that we're going into summer here. So I like to loosen this line lock a little bit to give me a little bit of space, but you see above this line lock, there is a bit of growth grain here that you can just simply slide this through, and I'll just tie a quick little slip knot so it's easy to get off later, like that, and then I'll re-tension the shelter down. Moving on to step two, also very simple. I've dropped the pole just so that you can see, but dropping the pole is also helpful here. Go ahead and find your nest right at the very top of the zippered door here. What you're gonna see is there is a stretchy cord here, some shock cord with two toggles on it. Once you've identified that, go ahead and flip the cone where your pole goes on the shelter inside out. And what you're gonna find is there is a D-ring here. What you're gonna do from here is simply just slide the first toggle in, slide the second toggle in, and then adjust that. You can adjust it in the shelter, but I like to bring it about midway down. You've got them ran both through. Run the toggle down to the other toggle, and then go ahead and put your pole back in. Put it back up there and pitch our shelter. Let's go ahead and repeat this on the other side. So just opening this zippered door, find the D-ring. Now I'm gonna run the first toggle through, second toggle through, tighten them up to my desired length, and then just go ahead and reinsert my pole, like so. For your last step, what you're gonna need to do is find the shock cord down here at the bottom of the nest, right by the pole. That's where you're gonna find it, and just go ahead and either put it underneath your pole so it comes up, and then go ahead, tighten it down. That's just gonna bring out the doors and the floor and make everything nice and tight. We're gonna go ahead and repeat that on the other side. Got our shock cord down by the pole. Gonna pull this out, tighten that, and our nest is, for the most part, all set up. You'll notice here on your nest that there is a toggle, and on your shelter, there is a D-ring by the guy out points. Go ahead and take the toggle, thread it through this D-ring here, and then once you use the guy out points on your shelter, it'll create more headroom inside of your nest. The last thing to do is just gently snug up the floor of your nest via the line locks where we staked it out the first time. You don't need to kill it much, just a little bit of tension on both sides. Now that your nest is nice and secure in your Silex, you're gonna be bug-free the entire bug season. If you guys have any questions, drop a comment down below or email info@seekoutside.com and we'll happily answer them for you. If you liked what you saw here, consider subscribing and have an amazing day.